The content of this podcast is provided for general informational purposes only and is not intended as, nor should it be considered a substitute for professional medical advice. This is Karen Nickel, family nurse practitioner, and you are listening to Itchy and Bitchy, a podcast that provides answers to your many unanswered health questions. Before we get started on today's Itchy and Bitchy episode, I would like to share with you my latest project and how you can help me with the project. And some of you already have, and I thank you for it. I am currently doing research to develop an online course to help women in the perimenopausal years, basically age 35 to 50-ish, who have developed symptoms that can include fatigue, insomnia, foggy thinking, low sex drive, body changes, breast tenderness, and mood changes, just to name a few. These women have often been evaluated by a healthcare practitioner and told that all testing is completely normal and are given no answers to address their symptoms. If you are experiencing or know someone who is experiencing this change in life, I would love to connect via Zoom to ask a few questions so I can make sure to develop a course that addresses the most common and the most challenging symptoms of perimenopause. I have set up a calendar on Calendly for you or someone you know to schedule an appointment to chat with me about this project. I have a few more open slots through November 18th, 2022, so that's coming right up. So check it out if you want to nab one. The link to schedule an appointment is on our Facebook page, IMB Podcast, and our website, itchyandbitchy.com. Oh, and make sure to put in the correct spelling for your email address or you won't receive the email with the Zoom meeting link. There have been a few appointments made with misspelled Gmail, Yahoo, and AOL. Oops, I know. It happens to me too, but just double check your spelling. I look forward to hearing from you or someone you know who is experiencing perimenopausal symptoms and are willing to assist me by taking some time to share your story with me, and with your help, I plan on developing a life-changing online course. So today I'm going to talk about something I want to cover in this course, actually. In the last few years, there's been an increased awareness of an importance of gut health in maintaining overall good health. So I want to talk about gut health today. An unhealthy microbiome, which is the good bacteria in our gut, also appears to play roles in nearly every chronic disease. The normal flora or bacteria in your gut has a collective metabolic activity, so it acts as one metabolic organism that's equal to a virtual organ within an organ. So it's like an organ inside your gut. Because it is an unseen part of the body, it is often called the forgotten organ. Understanding this hidden organ is allowing us to uncover secrets to human health and realize the role this organ plays in combating infectious, inflammatory, and cancerous disease processes. There are some impressive numbers that can help you understand just how important it is to maintain a healthy hidden organ. 70 to 80% of your immune system lives in the gut. How important do you think this is in the age of pandemics and endemics and epidemics? I think it's pretty important. 90% of your serotonin is produced by the gut microbiota. Just a reminder that serotonin is your feel-good neurotransmitter, and about 40 million Americans are currently taking a selective serotonin reuptake inhibitor, or SSRI. Interestingly, the highest use of SSRIs in the U.S. is in women over 60 years old. Can't imagine what that's like. And nearly 25% of women over 60 are on antidepressant. A quarter of us are on antidepressants. Serotonin is so important, and we got to let our gut make that stuff. Not sure if that's due to menopause, is over 60 with all these antidepressants, or if it's menopause or crummy guts or both. But that's just sort of a sad statistic, if you ask me. The cells in your body are outnumbered 10 to 1 by microbial cells. So there are 10 times the number of microbial cells in your body as your body is made up of cells. I don't know if that didn't explain it very well, but you know what I mean. Genetically, your microbes outnumber you by 150 to 1. So they are in the majority. The good news is that the gut is affected by diet and supplementation. So there are things we can do to improve the gut health and therefore your overall health. We live in a time where our bodies are challenged by so many environmental factors. We now have exposure to toxins that never existed before. We are taking modern medications. We're eating processed foods. We have light and energy disruptions due to screen time. And we endure increased personal and work stressors. All of these factors can disrupt our gut health. Healing the gut is so important because it modulates inflammation, energy, hormonal balance, nutrition absorption, and neurotransmitter, for example, serotonin synthesis. One of the most important things you can do for your health is to work on healing your gut. So, an unhealthy gut is often referred to as a leaky gut by those who practice functional or integrative medicine. Our lifestyle can damage the lining of the gastrointestinal tract and cause particles to leak into the bloodstream. This drives inflammation and poor regulation of the immune system. And there are 7 signs of a leaky gut. If you're not sure if you have it, just check for some of these signs. The first one is food sensitivities or allergies. With leaky gut, the immune system becomes confused and attacks food particles that have leaked from the GI tract into the bloodstream. Now, there is online testing available through companies like Everlywell and Life Extension to test for 96 food sensitivities. Life Extension also has a test to check 208 foods if you want even more information. These tests check for food reactivity by measuring IgG antibodies, which are present when a food you eat causes an immune system reaction. A food sensitivity is very different than a food allergy. When you have an allergy, a histamine response is triggered. That's why we give people antihistamines like Zyrtec and Allegra or Claritin to treat allergy symptoms. We're blocking those histamines. Food sensitivities don't trigger histamines, but can cause symptoms like stomach or bowel problems, migraines, fatigue, or difficulty losing weight because it triggers an inflammatory process. In order to do either food sensitivity or food allergy tests, all you have to do is order the test online, receive a collection kit in the mail, and at home, you collect the sample as directed and ship back the sample to the company. You'll receive a report with a list of your severe, moderate, and mild food sensitivities or food allergies, depending on which test you order. They're separate tests, but they do measure them this way: severe, moderate, and mild, or no reactivity. The orders and the results are physician reviewed. Another leaky gut sign is chronic or recurring digestive issues. And these can range from the mild discomfort of gas and bloating to debilitating irritable bowel syndrome. And some people just tend to get GI symptoms when they have situational stressors, like having to give a presentation at work or when interviewing for a job. Another sign are mood and behavior-related issues. Leaky gut often contributes to mood imbalances because our neurotransmitters, like serotonin, is produced in the gut, but you have to have a healthy microbiome, the hidden organ, to make healthy levels of serotonin. Hormonal imbalances are also a sign of leaky gut. The gut microbiome is key in the absorption of our hormones. So if you are taking hormones, having a healthy gut is so important in keeping those hormones balanced. Many of you have heard that there are some antibiotics that affect absorption of birth control pills and therefore decrease the effectiveness of the pill. It is not because there's a medication interaction. It's because the antibiotic kills off good bacteria in our gut that are needed to absorb those hormones. So when you take certain antibiotics, they will kill off the good bacteria and your hormones don't get absorbed that are in your birth control pill. And guess what happens? We become pregnant, or we can become pregnant. Another sign are heart disease and other metabolic conditions. Leaky gut can lead to increased inflammation, insulin resistance, and high cholesterol. And these are all factors that contribute to developing plaque in the arteries or developing diabetes. Leaky gut can lead to autoimmunity. So we have a lot of autoimmune disease these days. It's such a frequent diagnosis, and probably a good portion of it is secondary to having poor gut health. Other things that can happen are skin conditions like rosacea, eczema, dandruff, acne, psoriasis. They've all been associated with leaky gut. After this little break, I will share with you how to heal your gut. Be right back. My listeners know that I always recommend skincare products that are clean and cruelty-free. Osea has been doing that for 25 years. And seaweed is their hero ingredient because of its endless benefits, including anti-aging. Yay! You all know another thing I love is that they are climate neutral certified and their products are clinically proven to work. I use their Undaria algae body oil every day, and I've told you before that Undaria algae body oil is the only product I have used that turns my crocodile skin back into soft human skin. It's the only product that has ever done that. And now it is available in a luxurious body butter form. It transforms dry, crepey skin to skin that feels soft, smooth, and supple. Amazing. We are heading into the holidays, and for a limited time, Osea's bestseller minis collection is available. You can get a 6-piece set of luxurious skincare and body care favorites in a convenient and adorable travel size that includes 3 best-selling face products and 3 best-selling body moisturizers, including their TikTok famous Undaria algae body oil, the one I was talking to you about. Oh, and it's packaged in a beautiful box. It's easy to gift wrap, but I think that once you see the box, you will realize you don't even need to wrap it. For a gift that will impress, check out Osea's bestseller minis collection. Right now, my listeners get 10% off your first order with promo code ITCHY at OseaMalibu.com. You'll even get free samples with every order, and orders over $50 get free shipping. That's 10% off at Osea, O-S-E-A, Malibu.com, promo code ITCHY. So the good news is that in most cases, this problem can be reversed. And of course, the earlier the problem is treated, the better the chance for complete healing. The functional medicine protocol for healing a leaky gut and restoring balance to the gut microbiota includes 4 steps. I'm not saying they're super easy steps, but there are 4 of them. The first is to remove gut damaging factors. And those factors that you need to remove include food sensitivities, and that's where that food sensitivity testing comes in. Pathogens like yeast or bad bacteria. I often have patients do a yeast-free diet for 30 days to help with their gut. And you can also get an over-the-counter antimicrobial like Podarco or oregano oil to help kill off bad bacteria in the gut. Avoid sugar. Avoid sugar. I tell you this as we're entering the holidays. I apologize for that. But don't switch your sugar to artificial sweeteners because we want you to get rid of those too. That's another factor that can bother the gut. NSAIDs is another one. Those are things like ibuprofen, which is Advil, branded out Advil, Aleve, which is naproxen, or a prescription meloxicam. You can use those as needed. That's fine. Daily use, there's a lot of reasons daily use is problematic, but it also affects the gut if you're using those daily. Stop smoking. That should go for everything. Just stop smoking. Don't take unnecessary antibiotics. So I'm begging you not to go to your doctor or your healthcare provider or an urgent care clinic with a cold. And especially in the middle of like this season where RSV's out there, flu's out there, COVID's out there. So there are all these viral illnesses, and you go to your provider or urgent care and say, I've got a cold, I want an antibiotic. Because A, it's not going to treat a virus, so you don't need it for that. And B, every time you take an antibiotic, you're goofing up your gut. You're taking away good bacteria in your gut. So please try to be judicious with antibiotic use. Another thing to avoid are preservatives. This is where that processed food thing comes in. So avoid preservatives, avoid processed foods, eat whole foods, avoid genetically modified foods. Look for the labels that say non-GMO food. Decrease your alcohol consumption. And one of the hardest ones, reduce your stress. Reduce your stress. And I know it's not easy in this day and age, but do everything you can to reduce your stress. So the second thing you want to do, that was just the first thing, people. The second thing you want to do is replace needed elements to repair the lining and restore balance to the microbiome. I use for my patients a complete gut restoration system, which is available at microbiomelabs.com, microbiomelabs.com. And this protocol includes 3 things. One is called Megaspore Biotic, and it's a spore-based broad-spectrum probiotic, which has been shown to improve leaky gut by 60% in 30 days in the company's clinical trials. The second is a Mega Prebiotic, and is made of non-digestible polysaccharides, and that's aimed at feeding a diverse microbiome in your gut. And I will spare you by not listing the microbiome we are trying to feed. Just take my word for it. And the third one is Mega Mucosa, which contains dairy-free immunoglobulins, which are clinically shown to help repair leaky gut syndrome and reduce mucosal inflammation. If you are not getting this supplement through a medical professional, you can go to their website, microbiomelabs.com, click on Register, and click on Patient, and fill out the form. And then at the very bottom of the form, there's a field where it says Direct to Patient. Direct to Patient. And in that, you want to put the code GetGoodGut, no spaces. GetGoodGut, no spaces. And with any new supplements, check the ingredients for known allergens. If you know you have allergies to certain things, please check all the ingredients or review it with your healthcare provider to make sure it's appropriate for you. But this is a program I use often. And we will put the link to the 12-week total gut restoration protocol, which uses those 3 supplements. And we'll put those instructions on our website. The link to the instructions on our website, itchyandbitchy.com, and our Facebook page, IMB Podcast. If you have celiac disease or gluten intolerance, another helpful supplement from Microbiome Labs is Wheat Rescue, which is a specialized gastric enzyme supplement to help break down glutenin and gliadin that might sneak into your diet. So this can be really helpful if you're going out to eat and you're not entirely sure you're going to get a completely gluten-free meal, or you're going over to someone's home and they've made efforts to have a gluten-free meal for you, but sometimes they just sneak in. And of course, if you eat a cupcake, that's you sneaking in gluten, so you could take it then too. All right, so if you feel your symptoms are not so severe that you need this comprehensive 12-week gut restoration program, Garden of Life has a detox regimen called Raw Cleanse Triple Detox Formula. That's sort of long. Raw Cleanse Triple Detox Formula. So it's a 7-day cleanse kit. So there are 3 supplements that you take for 7 days. So it's a very good cleanse. It's not as comprehensive as the microbiome regimen, but it's a good option if you're just having mild symptoms or you just want to sort of see how you do with a 7-day course to start with. It can be a good option. That's Garden of Life. And the third thing you can do is reinforce and restore gut microbiome by taking those supplements, either the microbiome or the Garden of Life kit, and eating a diet rich in whole plant foods on an ongoing basis. Because the whole plant food is really high in fiber, and fiber is what feeds our good bacteria. That's what a prebiotic is. It's fiber. So we want to have a lot of fiber in our diet. The fourth thing to do is to repair the integrity of the lining of the gut by doing the following things. Again, reducing stress levels, fasting intermittently. So many of you have heard of intermittent fasting by now. I started recommending this to patients about 7 or 8 years ago when no one was talking about it. But there are several ways to fast intermittently, including eating 500 calories a day for 2 days out of the week, which is what I did for several years. I did 500 calories on Monday and Thursdays because I couldn't do 2 days back to back. But that's what I did. I divided them by a couple days. And you can also eat for 8 consecutive hours out of the day and fast for 16 consecutive hours out of the day. And a lot of people are doing this method. They find it more manageable and sustainable to just eat during an 8-hour time period. Another option is to fast for a few consecutive days each month. Some people find that a little more difficult to do. Another thing you can do is consume a variety of vegetables. Also, consume low mercury fish. And that would be non-fatty fish because it's the fat that stores the mercury. So fatty fish are like swordfish and salmon. So if you eat a white fish like tilapia, it's a low mercury fish. Supplement with the programs I've already discussed, like those available at Microbiome Labs or Garden of Life. Other supplements you can take to help with healing the gut, primarily because they're all very good at reducing inflammation, include glutamine, quercetin, curcumin, resveratrol, and EPA-DHA, which are omega-3 fatty acids. So I know I'm giving you a lot of lists, but this will all we'll put this on the website so that you can read it in the blog portion. The good news is that all of this gut healing protocol can be beneficial to most people no matter where their gut health stands today. And because our gut microbiome impacts so many body systems, working to heal and restore your gut lining will help heal the entire body. So think about it. Think about it for the new year. That's your New Year present to yourself. I'm going to heal my gut. Many thanks to OSEA for sponsoring today's episode. Please visit our Facebook page, IMB Podcast, where you can leave comments or questions for me. Our website is itchyandbitchy.com. There are blogs with some of our subjects available for you to read. And if you are willing to help me with my research, you can find the link to schedule a Zoom meeting with me on our Facebook page or our website. Your willingness to help will allow me to develop the best possible online course for perimenopausal women. As always, thanks to Forrest Wenzel, our producer and composer of our theme music, and the person who actually does the work of putting things on the website and Facebook page when I say, we will do this. It's actually Forrest who will do this. Thank you, Forrest. Check out his album called An Awful Lot. Go to wherever you stream your favorite music to listen. And if you don't know where to stream music, you can find the album on Apple Music or Spotify. Remember, your health is in your hands.